Folks, I'm just going to really fast answer a question for someone who needs my help and pretty quick. It's a guy named Daniel Mendez, and Daniel is from Guatemala. I'm going to read you his question. I'm just new in this GoPro world. I have several questions, and Fishy Comics is one of my subscribers. Really nice guy. Thank you very much for your support. And from GoPro Forums told me that you can help me with my questions. Number one, I'm going to take some pictures and videos from a friend's car this week. I'm planning to use the adhesive mounts that come with the camera. My questions are, since here in Guatemala the streets aren't so smooth, my friend's car has a hard racing suspension, so it's always jumping, and eventually the car will get hot. I'm planning to take shots from the exhaust. Okay, this is interesting. My question is, will the mounts work? The bumping streets or the hard jumping car, will this make the mount fail? And if it gets hot, will the mount come off? Since I was reading that in order to remove the mount, you need to apply hot air. Okay, we'll talk about that too. Thank you in advance for my, sorry about that. Okay, I really need your help, please. And my final last question will be, up to what speed will the mount work outside the car, considering the details above, the jumping, the hot weather, the air, etc.? Thank you in advance for my bad English. It's not really that bad. And maybe you use a translator of some sort, because it really worked well. If you have a problem with English, it came across really well, Daniel. First of all, the GoPro mounts that come with the GoPro, the original ones, they hold like crazy good. Now, I'm not here to guarantee that. I don't work for GoPro. I don't say how they mix their glues and stuff like that. But I'm just here to tell you, the ones that have come with my GoPro camera, when I mount those things on the outside of my car, you can't get those things to come off. I've got one of the suction cup things that was given to me by a company so I could test it, and that thing scares me, but it holds really well, the suction cup. But the little mounts, those little adhesive mounts, those things are hard to pull off. And when I first started putting them on my car, I must have read the same thing you might have read, that you can take a hair dryer, like a blow dryer, and hold it over and get the glue to loosen up and come off. I have tried that. That doesn't work. The only way I can get those things off my car, and I usually put them on the outside of the glass. I put them like on the front of my car, right where the windshield wipers, or the, as they call them over in England, Rich calls them something else. The wind sweepers or something like that, windshield sweepers. I try to put those things where that they won't hit the windshield wipers. Now, I have an old truck that has old paint on it, but still it's good paint. But because I wanted the GoPros way up high, I actually put two of them on the paint of the truck. I didn't care if it messed up the paint, but I never have pulled them off. But so far as I know, they've not messed up the paint. I don't know. I've not removed those yet, but I do have some that are on paint, some that are on glass. And here in the southeast of America, I would say that down in Charlotte, it gets up to 105, 110 degrees some days. I mean, we're talking about like with the heat index, with the fact that the heat's coming through the windshield. I don't know how hot it gets inside the car, maybe 150 degrees. I have mounted my GoPros out there, and the original GoPro things hold very well. That said though, you're talking about putting one on the exhaust pipe. That would make a really cool shot, but that might be too hot. I can't imagine how hot that would get coming out of the car. It might work for a little ways. That one would worry me. I would think, wouldn't it be cool if you could put it on the bumper, just above the exhaust pipe or something, so you're close to the exhaust pipe but not on it. So that might be a better option. It might get a couple 100, 300, 400 degrees on that exhaust pipe. That I would worry about. But I'm here to tell you that in just common, everyday, normal weather, it doesn't matter whether it's a bumpy road or whether it's 100, 110 degree weather, the only way you can get those GoPro mounts to come off your car that I've been able to see, this is in my experience, is to take like a knife, the edge of a fairly sharp knife, a flat knife, and just work around those edges till finally you cut it loose. Now, it doesn't leave a residue on my window or anything. When I have to, I don't even know that a putty knife would be sharp enough. I have to take like a kitchen knife that is flat, a fairly long knife, and take that edge and just work around it till I get the adhesive to break loose from my windshield. I've never taken one off of paint yet. Hopefully this helps. That's all I know to tell you. I'm here to tell you, if you're going to try to remove one with a hair dryer, forget about it. Maybe you can get some sort of a hot air gun or something that gets substantially hotter than that and try to melt it off. It's easier just to go ahead and like I say, work a knife around the edges. It takes about 2 minutes to do it that way. But typically, I mean, okay, the other question you ask is how fast. I have been about 75 miles an hour riding down the road with the GoPros mounted with these adhesive things. The last thing I will say is that if you're buying third-party or off-brand adhesive mounts, I have heard that they can come loose. So don't trust the third-party ones as much as you do the GoPro ones. I'm all for buying third-party stuff. I mean, I try to save money any way I can, but when it comes to those sticky things, the GoPros seem to make just the awesomest product. I don't know where they get their stuff, but man, it sticks good. So trust the GoPro stuff for that. And good luck. I would not stick that thing on that exhaust pipe or something that's going to get super hot. If you do it just for a short amount of time. Stick it on there. Try it and see. Ride 5 or 6 miles up the road, maybe until it starts to get hot, and then get out and get your GoPro so you don't lose it. That's the thing. Or maybe you got a person driving behind, keeping an eye to make sure it doesn't fall off. Make sure it be in the protective case. I hope you understand my English. I realize I have a strange accent. It's Appalachian Mountain accent. So, but still, hopefully, Daniel, that's helped you. Thanks for coming over. Hope you subscribe to the channel. Peace.